What's a day in the life look like these days?
So, it's funny because prior to moving to Los Angeles, I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, right? Like waking up at 5 and going to bed at 9, and like every day was like that, probably except Sunday. And, when I moved here, that changed dramatically. A, because of COVID, right?
You moved here right before COVID, right? Or during?
Like right at the beginning.
Like March.
April. Like
Okay.
mid-April, May.
So the world was already shut down a little bit.
Right.
That was
And
fun to move into.
yeah, so I moved and I was trying to figure out what we're going to do, what I'm going to do. And everything just kind of slowed down, and I go again from working 12 to 14 hours a day to now it's like every day thinking what you're going to do, what the next step is, because I'm not in Chicago anymore. I'm planning my new life here, and now it's like I'd be lucky if I'm working 4 hours a day. Like I like seek out work. I'm like, give me something like to do, because I work best when I'm under stress and I have a shitload on my plate,
Now, so for the people out there that aren't familiar, you worked at you and your father's plumbing company for, what was it, 5 years?
6 years,
bit
I
longer?
think. Yeah.
And what do you think, from working 12 to 14 hours a day with that company, what do you think it brought you or taught you in preparations for your move out here?
Well, it taught me that work is very underrated. And what I mean by that is like when you're not working as much as you used to, you really start to realize how important like consistency and just like staying focused is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like now it's, again, because I'm not back there and I'm not running everything day to day, it's so much like, I don't know, I feel almost like a failure in a sense. Obviously, I'm not. I don't. At least I don't think. But
You're not.
But yeah, that's where I stand on that.
So your involvement now still with that company is you're managing it from afar?
No, it's pretty much zero.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do check in every few weeks. I do have conversations with my employees. I have conversations with my dad. But it's pretty crazy because, again, it goes from like all the time there in it completely to almost like nothing.
And what was ultimately the decision that drove you out here?
So David, he's been trying to get me out here for like 6 years, like ever since he moved.
What are his best pitches when he tries to get you out here, or has tried?
Honestly, the same thing. He's like, dude, we're all gonna die anyways. It doesn't matter. Just fucking come out here. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So yeah, he finally got me out here, and here I am, just trying to figure out like what my next. I mean, I have a plan, but obviously that comes with time, and I'm trying to figure out as of now.
And so, I mean, what was, I guess, maybe the original plan when you got here, and how's that changed? Now that, I mean, you've also been in COVID literally the whole time that you've been out here. So I don't know if those plans have altered a bit or not.
Yeah, originally the reason that I came out here is we wanted to start a creative agency. For example, we reach out to companies, I don't know, like M&M or whoever owns M&M, and we say, hey, we're going to help you with your creative marketing, right? That never went through. That plan fell through. And there has been certain ideas along the way up till now, but I think the main thing that I'm focused on now is my protein business that I'm going to be launching in the next few months.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so the idea actually came from my mom, which is pretty crazy. She calls me one day. She calls me like a year ago, and she's like, hey, do you know what you're drinking? Like that protein that you're drinking has so many chemicals and like fucking heavy metals.
Shit, I think
my
mom says the same thing.
Dude, and I'm like, you never listen to your mom, really, right? You're like, fuck, okay, whatever, mom. And I come across a newsletter one day that's talking about what my mom was saying, and I was like, holy shit. She's actually,
Mom's right.
Mom's right, yeah, for once, right? And so I start digging into it, I start doing more research, and my friend introduces me to, my friend Casey introduces me to another friend of his by the name of Mike Rashid, who already owns and does protein. He does Ambrosia. And so we're partnering up, most likely, with them to create my own protein. Because I'm super into like lifting and health stuff and just eating healthy. And I think it's super important to realize what you put in your body, right, is what you get out. And so that's the reason I'm creating this protein.
Are there any names on the table?
Forte.
Forte.
Yeah.
Forte.
Yep. Forte Active is the full name. But on the bottle, it'll say like Forte Nutrition or Forte Plant Protein. It's going to be plant protein, all vegan, by the way. So,
thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at felix.levine, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment.